Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Smithtown Planning Board is now in session. Will you join us for the pledge? Jim?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of
the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We thank you. Please.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. The first item on the agenda, the Planning Department recommends the following items for adjournment, as we have insufficient information to act upon them. Part 1, Item 1, number 2011-01, All Seasons Motor Lodge. Item 2, number 2012-04, Storybook Homes. Item 3, number 2012-02, Carlson Associates. Item 4, number 2009-05, FB4 Realty. Item 5, number 773, Scholar Estates. Item 6, the 280A application of Olivia Estates. Part 2, Item 7, number 2010-06, KVC Holdings. Item 8, number 911A, Glen Hill Northern. Part 3, Item 13, the transfer of development right application for VIP Real Properties. Mr. Chairman, these are the items the Planning Department recommends for adjournment.
Is there anybody here that wishes to talk on those items to be adjourned? Hearing none, a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the items read.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Mr. Chairman, we'll now move on to Part 3 of the agenda, Item 9, number 889B, Jason Estates. Mr. Chairman, before I begin, I just want to make sure that all the board members have a copy of the amended memorandum for Jason. The applicant is requesting final approval to subdivide a 2.093 acre partially developed parcel into 2 single-family residential lots. In order to construct this subdivision, variances from the Board of Zoning Appeals to alter environmentally sensitive lands was required. A recommendation from the Planning Board to the Board of Zoning Appeals to permit altering the ESL was approved at the June 20th, 2012 Planning Board meeting. Subsequently, an application was made to the BZA for the variances and was approved by that board on July 25th, 2012. Copies of all approval letters are attached to your memorandum. The Planning Board previously approved this application on September 21st, 1994. The final map of Jason Estates is comprised from one tax lot that is irregularly shaped. There is an existing single-family dwelling on the proposed lot number 1, and the applicant is proposing to construct one new single-family dwelling on the proposed lot number 2. The property has road frontage on 2 town roads known as Meadow Road and Gardner Road. The property is zoned R21, single-family residential, 21,780 square feet minimum, and is heavily wooded. The site is entirely surrounded by property zoned R21 and is used for single-family residences. The elevation ranges from 52 feet to 122 feet above sea level. The depth of the groundwater is more than 10 feet, and no problems are anticipated with regard to groundwater. The site does not contain any wetland or natural surface water features. The property is heavily wooded with oak and pine trees. While the proposal meets the lot area requirements for the R21 zoning district, variances are required for lot number 1 to reduce the road frontage from 40 feet to 30 feet, and for lot number 2 to reduce the lot area from 21,780 square feet to 7,909 square feet due to the steep slopes. The board can grant these variances per section 322-30.4 of the Town Code, and they will be listed in a table of modifications on the final map to be filed with the Suffolk County Clerk. Additionally, the proposed subdivision is located within the boundaries of the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, Wild, Scenic, and Recreational River System, and required a work permit from the New York State DEC. The DEC issued a work permit dated March 1st, 2012. A copy of that letter is attached to your memorandum, requiring the applicant not to disturb portions of lot number 2 during construction and to leave them in their natural state, and requires other areas that will be disturbed during construction to be revegetated with regional species of trees, shrubs, and grasses and left to return to its natural state. The proposal appears to comply with the standards of the Suffolk County Sanitary Code with respect to sewage flow and septic system setbacks for a single-family residence. The Engineering, Highway, and Traffic Safety Departments recommend approval. The following resolution is recommended for Jason Estates Number 889B from the Department of Environment and Waterways pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act. Be it resolved that the Planning Board of the Town of Smithtown hereby declares itself lead agency on this matter and finds that this matter is subject to the State Environmental Quality Review Act and is classified as an unlisted action pursuant to SECRA. And be it resolved that the Planning Board of the Town of Smithtown does hereby issue a SECRA negative declaration, determination of non-significance, and environmental impact statement is not necessary in the matter of the application for subdivision approval by John P. Murray for Jason Estates Number 889B for the following reasons. A, the proposal does not appear to significantly threaten any unique or highly valuable environmental or cultural resources as identified in or regulated by the environmental conservation law of the State of New York or the Smithtown Town Code. Excuse me. B, the parcel does not appear to suffer from any severe environmental development constraints, no high groundwater, no poor soil properties, and no unmanageable slopes. C, although the proposal contains steep slopes, the slopes appear to be manageable through good engineering practices as depicted in the subdivision map dated January 23, 2011. D, although the subject parcel is located within the corridor of the recreational section of the Nissaquag River, a New York State DEC designated wild, scenic, and recreational river, and the proposed subdivision will not result in lots that do not meet the minimum state designated size requirement, the proposal is not expected to have a significant impact upon the river and has been granted a variance from said standard by the New York State DEC. E, the small size and nature of the proposal mitigate against a significant adverse impact upon the environment. F, the proposal appears to be consistent with the planned use of the parcel and compatible with neighboring land uses. G, the project as proposed on the tree preservation and land clearing plan prepared by Michael James Hildebrand, licensed land surveyor, and dated October 20th, 2010, provides for the retention of a significant amount of existing trees and natural vegetation upon development of the subject parcel. Additionally, DEW recommends the conditions listed below to be included in a resolution approving the subdivision. 1, prior to the commencement of construction activities at the subject parcel, including land clearing or other site preparation work, the applicant shall abide by the following conditions. A, all limits of clearing and any individual trees to be preserved within clearing areas must be marked with snow fencing or orange mesh construction fencing. Said fencing shall be located no closer to the trunk of any tree to be preserved than the drip line of said tree. This area to be preserved shall be indicated in the tree preservation and land clearing plan prepared by Michael James Hildebrand, licensed land surveyor, and dated October 20th, 2010. B, upon completion of the installation of fencing as required above, the applicant shall provide written notice to the Department of Environment and Waterways requesting inspection of the limits of clearing as marked in the field by cited fencing. C, the applicant shall not commence construction activities, including land clearing or other site preparation work, until the marked limits of clearing are approved in writing by the Environmental Protection Director. And D, the snow fencing or orange mesh construction fencing used to delineate the limits of clearing shall be maintained in place by the applicant until the completion of all land clearing and grading activities at the subject parcel. The Planning Department recommends approval and offers the following resolution for the Board's consideration. Be it resolved that the final plat of Jason Estates Number 889B is hereby approved subject to the following conditions. Mr. Chairman, conditions A through M are the standard conditions placed on all subdivision applications. And be it further resolved that the Chairman of the Planning Board is hereby authorized to sign the final plat, thereby approving said plat after the Town Board has posted a performance bond of satisfactory form and amount. And be it further resolved that the conditional approval of said final plat shall expire 180 days after the date of this resolution and within 90 days after the Chairman of the Planning Board signs the final maps of this plat, unless said plat shall have been duly filed or recorded by the owner in the office of the Suffolk County Clerk. If the Board favorably considers the applicant's variance request, The Planning Department suggests the following resolution. Be it resolved that the Planning Board of the Town of Smithtown hereby modifies the building zone ordinance of the Code of the Town of Smithtown for the subdivision known as Map of Jason Estates, number 889B, as indicated in the table of modifications below. Mr. Chairman, this is the Planning Department's recommendation for the Map of Jason Estates, number 889B.
Thank you. Anyone representing the applicant?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Vincent Tramarco. I represent the applicant. I've heard the recommendation of the Planning Department and joined in their recommendation, ask the board for their favorable consideration in approving the final map of Jason Estates.
Thank you. Anybody in the audience that wishes to be heard on this application? All right. A motion on the Jason Estates environmental quality review.
In the matter of Jason Estates, number 889B, motion to approve the secret negative declaration as recommended by the Planning Department.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Signify by saying aye. All right. Opposed? So ordered. A motion on the conditional approval.
In the matter of the final plat of Jason Estates, number 889B, motion to adopt the resolution as read, subject to all of the conditions stated in accordance with the recommendation of the Planning Department.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. And a motion on the variances.
In the matter of Jason Estates, number 889B, motion to approve the variances as listed in the table of modifications.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Thank
Performance
you.
bond.
Be it resolved that the chairman of the planning board be authorized to sign the performance bond estimate for the map of Jason Estates number 889B in the amount of $13,415 and establishing an inspection fee of $1,073 and a cash deposit of $1,000. Therefore, the amount of the performance bond to be posted with the town shall be $12,415.
A motion on the performance bond.
Motion to approve the performance bond for the map of Jason Estates, number 889B, as recommended by the Planning Department.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Mr. Chairman, we'll now move on to item 10 under Part 3 of the agenda. Kenneth Hughes and Edward Hughes Comac, application for amendment of lot lines. The applicant is requesting an amendment of lot lines for the properties located on the southeast corner of Pine Street and Lincoln Avenue, Comac, to transfer part of Suffolk County Tax Map Number 151-1-18 to Suffolk County Tax Map Number 151-1-16 and 151-117. The modification will transfer property from Lot 18 to Lot 16 and Lot 17. The land is zoned R15, single-family residential, 15,000 square feet minimum. All properties are rectangular in shape and front on existing town roads known as Pine Street and Lincoln Street. Lot 18 is held in common ownership with Suffolk County Tax Map Number 151-1-16. The lot line amendment would transfer approximately 4,100 square feet from Lot 18 to Lot 16 and approximately 4,100 square feet to Lot 17. Presently, Lot 18 is approximately 8,200 square feet. Lot 16 is approximately 15,500 square feet, and Lot 17 is approximately 15,500 square feet. After the proposed lot line amendment, Lot 16 would be approximately 19,600 square feet, and Lot 17 would be approximately 19,600 square feet. This proposal is in conformance with the Town of Smithtown zoning ordinance, since both lots would exceed the minimum lot area requirement for the R15 zoning district after the amendment of lot lines. The amendment is requested because the applicant wants to sell a portion of Lot 18 to his neighbor and add the remainder to Lot 16. The Engineering, Highway, and Traffic Safety Departments have no objections to the amendment of lot lines. The The Planning Department has no objection to this request since a new buildable lot is not being created. The Planning Department offers the following resolution for the Board's consideration. Be it resolved that the Planning Board hereby approves an amendment of lot lines for the properties known as Suffolk County Tax Map Numbers 151-1, 16, 17, and 18, so as to convey approximately 4,100 square feet from Lot 18 to Lot 16, and approximately 4,100 square feet from Lot 18 to Lot 17, by the survey prepared by Island-wide Land Surveyors, licensed land surveyors dated May 16, 2012, subject to the following conditions. 1, this amendment of lot lines shall be filed in the office of the Suffolk County Clerk. 2, the applicant shall submit copies of all filed documents, including deeds with meets and bounds descriptions, with date stamp and file number, to the Planning Department. Mr. Chairman, this is the Planning Department's recommendation for the amendment of lot line for Kenneth Hughes.
Is there anyone here representing the applicant? Come to the microphone, please, and give your name and address.
Okay.
Kenneth Hughes at 15 Pine Street in Comac. I'm the owner of the property. And just basically just selling want to sell half of the property to my next door neighbor because it makes more sense to give it to him than anybody else, and I don't really have a use for it.
Is there an affidavit of posting?
Yes, I have affidavit, I'm sorry.
Okay, would you give that to the Mr. DeRuis or Mr. Donato?
Thank you. Yes, please. Thanks.
I just have one question on the, when he files this, I noticed that the street, Lincoln Street, is not the way that it's denoted there on the map in the, and the site. It's Lincoln Avenue. On the deed, it shows Lincoln Street, and on the so I guess maybe when they file this, they should correct that.
No, we put Lincoln Street. We put Lincoln Avenue instead of Lincoln Street. It's Lincoln Street.
It's an error on your part, okay. All right, so it is Lincoln Avenue then, okay. All right, just wanted to straighten that up there before you. All right. A motion for the amendment of the lot lines for Pine Street and Lincoln Avenue, Comac.
In the matter of
She didn't put a name on it?
Edward Hughes, amendment of lot line,
Okay.
move to the adopt the resolution as read in accordance with the recommendation of the planning.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered. We thank you.
Thank you.
Pine Street, okay. Is that correct? Okay. All right. Mr. Chairman, the next item on the agenda under Part 3, Item 11, the application for amendment of lot lines for the Smithtown Central School District. The applicants are requesting an amendment of lot lines for the properties located near the northeast corner of New York State Route 347 and Plaisted Avenue in Smithtown to transfer part of Suffolk County Tax Map Number 131-4-8.1 to Suffolk County Tax Map Number 131-4-15.3. The modification will transfer property from Lot 8.1 to Lot 15.3. The land is zoned R10, single-family residential, 10,000 square feet minimum. Both properties are rectangular in shape and are near the corner of Plaisted Avenue and New York State Route 347. The lot line amendment would transfer approximately 795 square feet from Lot 8.1 to Lot 15.3. Presently, Lot 8.1 is approximately 396,396 square feet, and Lot 15.3 is approximately 27,680 square feet. After the proposed lot line amendment, lot number 8.1 would be approximately 395,601 square feet, and lot 15.3 would be approximately 28,475 square feet. This proposal is in conformance with the Town of Smithtown zoning ordinance, since both lots would exceed the minimum lot area requirement for the R10 zoning district after the amendment of lot lines. The amendment is requested because the Smithtown School District wants to donate the land to St. Patrick's Cemetery. The Engineering, Highway, and Traffic Safety Departments have no objections to the amendment of lot lines. The Planning Department has no objection to this request, since a new buildable lot is not being created. The Planning Department offers the following resolution for the Board's consideration. Be it resolved that the Planning Board hereby approves an amendment of lot lines for the properties known as Suffolk County Tax Map Numbers 131-4-8.1 and 15.3, so as to convey approximately, excuse me one moment, that should read 795 square feet from Lot 8.1 to Lot 15.3 by the survey prepared by Nelson and Pope, licensed surveyors, dated August 3rd, 2012, subject to the following conditions. This amendment of lot lines shall be filed in the office of the Suffolk County Clerk. 2, the applicant shall submit copies of all filed documents, including deeds with meets and bounds descriptions with date stamp and file numbers, to the Planning Department. Mr. Chairman, this is the Planning Department's recommendation for the amendment of lot lines for the Suffolk County School District and St. Pat's Cemetery.
Anyone here representing the applicant?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Vincent Tramarco. I represent St. Patrick's Cemetery. He asked the board for their favorable consideration. This will give a little more space to St. Patrick's, which everybody knows they need. So we ask for your favorable consideration. Thanks.
Anyone here representing, who wishes to speak on this? All right, a motion on the lot line amendment for Smithtown School District and St. Patrick's Cemetery.
In the matter of an amendment of lot lines for Smithtown Central School District, St. Patrick's Cemetery, Smithtown, motion to adopt the resolution as read in accordance with the recommendation of the Planning Department.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Mr. Chairman, the next scheduled item on the agenda under Part 3 is item 12, number 1094, Mystic Falls. Does the board have any comments on this before we?
I have a motion.
We have a motion that Mr. Ashworth would like to make.
Mr. Chairman, with respect to Mystic Falls, number 1094, I move that we adjourn this matter until such time that 4 of the 6 buildable lots are completed, in order to give a majority of the neighborhood residents an opportunity to weigh in on the subject matter of this application.
Second.
Anybody, any other questions by the board? A motion
That was my motion, Mr. Chairman.
and a second.
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Awesome. 2 other matters on the agenda, Mr. Chairman. One is the schedule for the 2013 Planning Board public hearing. I believe everybody has a copy of it.
Well, what I would like to do is usually we take July and August, but I see we have a holiday in September that's a conflict. Anybody have any objections to taking August and September and taking the August 7th as one meeting and the September 18th as another one?
No objection.
Any
No objection.
objections? All right. Now, there has been some comment about January the 2nd of next year, and the fact that it's a day after New Year's, and they may not have a big agenda. So at the next meeting, would you let us know definitely that there's nothing available, and we can maybe adjust some other date that will give you there some time to present whatever you want to present.
I
Okay.
would firstly recommend this under advisement and we act on it at the next meeting. We may learn something in the
Yes.
interim that
Right.
we did not take into consideration.
That was the idea, I think.
Okay.
But just to go back to the August and September, so then we will not be meeting on August 21st and
Right.
September 4th.
That's right.
Okay,
So you'll have August the 7th and then September the 18th,
got it.
okay?
Mhm.
Everybody? Agreement? You need a
Yes.
motion on that?
No.
Okay. All right, now,
Do we want to compliment Frank for his presentation at the planning conference?
it was a well done, I'll tell you. The presentation there was probably the best one there, in my opinion, but it was, the other ones just made comments, really. He actually had a presentation. But it also, there was a part of it that was new to me and new to the board, and that is, there was a floor plan for the lumberyard application, but all Frank has received so far is that floor plan, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
I would like to see, and to the board, any elevations that come in, even if they're preliminary, so that we can get an idea of where everybody's going with that.
I'll be happy to submit it to you as soon as I get it.
Okay,
We've been waiting a long time for them to submit an
Yes.
application.
I know. And it's something there that there's been a lot of comments on it. All right. Mr. Tramarko had a letter in here for his, on the package here for this request. Mr. Tramarko, would you like to address the board at all?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Based upon, I think, just recently, Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, we got, or the town got the consultant's recommendation for what they call Lawrence Avenue, I guess?
Officially, we just received it today,
Okay.
this morning.
So that's that's the main reason why we'd like to adjourn those hearings so that, everybody has time to digest it, including the board. There may be a whole different application once we look at it.
Is the expert's report going to be back by then? Do you
I'm sorry?
Do you have any idea in terms of when the expert's report or the consultant's report is going to be finalized or
The
back?
consultant's report, do you have any idea when the report is due?
In other words,
You
why'd you pick February? I mean,
Well, it was a guess, I guess,
Okay.
because it was just submitted today, right, Frank?
The study for the Lawrence Road area was just submitted today by the consultant.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, so we just got it this morning, actually late this morning.
So you want time to review that and then,
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to make copies and give it to the board so that you will have it. I'm going to mail them to you so you'll have an opportunity to review it.
and February's enough time to do all that?
I think it's, without giving away the subplot, there's going to be much discussion on the town board side. February might be,
Ambitious?
yes.
Why don't we put it out a little further then?
I would recommend possibly 2 more months after that, because
I'm sorry,
2 more months after that,
April?
April,
Okay.
if the applicant is willing.
Do you object?
Well, I have a suggestion. Maybe I was too ambitious, as Adam puts it. Why don't we do March, and then if everybody hasn't come up with some conclusions, we can adjourn it
March will
again.
be fine,
Sounds
I
fair.
think. First meeting in March?
Do we
would that be
need a
fine?
motion on that?
I think these were adjourned already, weren't
It was adjourned.
But he never gave a specific on it there. You want a motion there for the adjournment till March?
I would recommend that, yes.
Okay.
March 6th or March 20th?
they? March 6th,
Motion?
March 20th.
March 20th?
We talked about the second meeting in March.
March
Yes.
20, okay, Mr. Tramarko?
Yes.
Okay. Okay?
Motion and
You need a motion? All right, a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion regarding FB4 Realty, that we adjourn the matter until March 20th of 2013.
Second.
Thank you.
Is that Mr. Yellen, that motion also applies to Carlson et al. and Town Line Road Enterprises and GMF Realty?
yes.
Second.
Okay.
Yes.
Second, now.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
I think I'm not a lawyer.
Okay?
Mr. Chairman,
Why you had two lawyers at the end?
there's a
Young lady. wants
resident
to
here who
talk.
would like to address the board, I believe.
Okay. Give your name and address, please.
My name is Christine Lamondola. I live at 8 Elm Street in Comac.
Can you pull the mic a little closer to you?
Sorry. That's okay. Christine Lamondola, live at 8 Elm Street in Comac. I was just questioning, there was a big sign on the corner near my home on Pine Street and Elm Street. I didn't know, they said it was a meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. I didn't know if it was here. I was just interested in what was going on.
That was the amendment of lot lines.
Right.
That was just an amendment of lot lines. In other words, the
Like you showed,
two
sir.
parties there are making their, the lot lines more conforming there to the code so that they can they can utilize the lot there.
Use the property
Yes,
that's
it's not-
there?
Not anything complicated. He
He's
has
gonna
it
show
right
you.
here.
Okay.
I'll show you a napkin.
Okay. Sure.
We thank you. That's it?
That's it.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.